Hey guys, long time between videos. I'm just trying to figure out what that was off. I've got some up there. Now, what are we up to? I started on this guard. It's pretty bad. You can see a big chaotic dent there. Had some serious bog in the top. I actually hit this with, got shit everywhere at the moment. I've got to clean up this weekend. Yeah, had some serious bog in the front. But it doesn't seem that badly damaged. I'm assuming they've done it to try and match it to the nose cone. It lined up. I knocked all the bog out. It was right in this corner. I smashed it all out. And it was lining up, seemed to be lining up okay with the nose cone that I've got on the car, which isn't the one that was matching this guard. But right along the top of that guard, she's pretty bad, and down there near the aerial. So that'll be this weekend. I'll get into that, get the thing stripped, and try and get the bonnet stripped as well. I started stripping this too. I was, because I had the stripper out, the paint stripper. I didn't really need to, but I've started now, so I'm going to have to. So I'll get that off and stripped this weekend and try and get them in primer, and like I said, the bonnet, get that sorted. But I finally got all my parts for the suspension. So here it is. Left hand side is done. The only thing I've got to do is bleed the brakes up. Yeah, I got so pretty much I rattled it all apart and I took it all into work, and I just give these, I didn't really want to paint them, but they were pretty manky. I think at some stage the batteries, I don't know, it was like the battery had, I don't know whether it had a leaky battery, because it was, but anyway, it was a lot of paint off the top of this. So I just give it I quickly threw it in the bead blaster and just blasted them back a bit, and just threw the paint we have at work on it, which is just pretty much radiator. It's a gloss black. So it looks a bit manky because you've got these bits, they're all covered in fingerprints and shit now. And then you've got that, so I don't know, we'll just see. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all hidden. All this is hidden when the inner guard's on. You'll see the top of the rails, but I've still got to take that out and wash it. So yeah, like I said, I took them in the work, smashed the all the bushes out. They weren't as bad as what I was thinking. I've never done them before. The top ones I nailed out with an air chisel. Of course, the top ball joint on these they still had the original Holden ones in. They were just riveted in, so you just buzz the rivets off and smash that out. And of course, as you can see, the new ones, of course, they're bolted in. And yeah, they were just smashed. Well, not smashed, you know, belted in anyway with a hammer and a proper sized tube to go over them, and they were pretty good. So they're just they look yellow, but I don't know what the yellow is. They are just a normal black rubber underneath all that yellowy shit. I'm assuming some kind of protectant. Something's going on with this bolt here. You can see there. I'll have to see. I'm hoping I can just clean that end up and put another nut on it. The nut's fingered. That was fingered coming off. So that was done. Then of course the springs, I just did the same with them, just leaked them. Shockers they feel good, but I will end up doing them. But because they were out, and I wasn't going to paint them black because I had blue there, so I just put blue back on there. Monterey Shock, which I think were blue originally. And the bottom bushes, they were pretty good. They was, you know, you've got to brace. Of course, with these, you've got to brace. Try and get a bit more. It's a bit hard to tell when it's like this, but underneath there, you've got to put a brace in there because it's a H or a C-section type, C-section type arm. So I jammed a couple of sockets in around the bush on the inside, and that prevents it closing or opening up. Try and keep that the same shape. And they come out with a sledgehammer. Give them a bit of a squirt and then the other ones were put back in pretty much the same way. Didn't need to press them in. Then the bottom ball joint, well, that was hit out with a hammer. That's how you get those ones out. You just get a dirty, great big bloody hammer and flog the piss out of it. And that popped out easy enough. And then we got a special tool at work to install the other ball joints, the new one, because they're just pressed in on these on the bottom. Yeah, and then all the other stuff was just checked and painted, like all the steering arm there was, I just, while it was out, just painted it. The spindle there and the hub. Of course, my old disc was completely munted. It was like it was all corrugated. It was, yeah, she wasn't too good. So I got this one off a vehicle at work and just put it through the blaster. The size and everything's good on it. So then, of course, I had to buy new pads. The thingos were fine, the calipers. They were fine, they were just washed up, and I just checked that the pistons were doing. The slides were all bloody good as new. So new pads have been put in, of course, and then I put in, oh yeah, I went and bought new bearings. So new wheel bearings have been put in there, of course, and packed and greased and all that fun stuff. And yeah, that's about it, to be honest. But at least this side's as good as done. I've just got to bleed her up, which I mightn't worry about that until I get the other side done. The only other thing I will do is the sway bar link bushes. They're not too good, but they're not too dear either. I'll get some of them online. And the D bushes, I'll probably put this bar in because it's nice and clean. It's the same size, same thickness. And the tire ends are fine at the moment, but they will be done, and I'll put an idler arm in it because they're cheap. So I'll chuck one of those in. And I'm pretty sure the drag link and everything's pretty good on. I've got another one sitting over there. Yeah, for the condition that these bushes in, and I know when I drove it, it tracked and drove really nice, but I'll probably walk all over the joint now because it's all been reset to how it should be, and I'll get it all wheel alignment and that done when it's all good to go. But yeah, so happy there. This side's done, and not bad to do. I'd never done a H series. Actually, I haven't done any of the early Holdens in when it comes to doing ball joints or dropping control arms or wishbones, whatever you want to call them, and that. But no, it was pretty. Probably helps when I know the springs are lowered. But yeah, no, it was quite a good job to do, especially when you got no guards and shit on it. I suppose that makes it a shitload easier. And yeah, it's worked out quite well. I got the bushes at a better than good price because I did some work for a bloke who runs an auto store in town, and on his old Falcon. Wheel bearings are on special. They were just Repco ones. I think they come to, might have been $35 for both sides, with the seals, of course, because that was probably one of its biggest issues, was the seals were caked out and flogged out. It actually, undoing everything, it took me longer to clean and find the bolts. Yeah, like the ball joint nuts and everything, the castle nuts there, it took me more time to find them, clean them, and to a point where I could get a socket on it than what it did to rattle everything apart. So she's just yeah, it just, I mean, all the ball joints and everything, because they were still riveted in and they were all stamped Holden. They'd been in there since the day the thing was built, so I've got no idea how many kilometres this thing has done, but it's a long time. It's a long time for parts like that to be sitting in a car. I just wonder what those chalk marks are on these, but And I was telling someone the other day, I noticed somewhere on the body of these things have got, well, I don't know whether these things, but this thing's got numbers stamped in it, which here it is here. And I'd love to know what that is. E2G8. Yeah, I had no idea that they had any kind of stamping on the actual body of the car. So that's where we're up to now. I can get the wheel back on it, of course. I'll do it tomorrow. I've got shit everywhere here, and I've got to call into work in the morning. I've got other stuff I need to get done around the house this weekend too, but I'm going to try and definitely tear into this back door, this guard on this side, and then hit the front door, and then I'll get around and the nose cone, of course, and then get around do that back corner. So I might stick this one up tonight, and then yeah, we'll get another video up over the weekend with what we achieve. But like I said, I don't know. I'm going to bust my chops on it, but I've got to lawns, and because I've been tearing this, I've got lawns and shit that that need to get done. So I'm going to do a fair bit around the old the abode. But we'll catch up. We'll catch up later on the weekend. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.